The Blue Plaque Award is an international program that celebrates the links between important people or events and the buildings to which they were connected. The Heritage Stratford Committee is pleased to award blue plaques in our community. Charlie Lightfoot. The 2023 Blue Plaque Award is for 94 Cobourg Street in honor of hockey player Charlie Lightfoot. Charlie Lightfoot was a black pioneer who broke into integrated professional hockey in 1906. He is quite possibly the first one to do so. Charles Hamilton Lightfoot was born in West Flamborough on February 8, 1880. His father George was a native of Stratford, where he made a name for himself as a merchant of coal and wood. His business operated on the southwest and then the northwest corner of Albert and Waterloo Streets. Charlie's mother, Matilda Bond Lightfoot, was from Brantford, Ontario. Charlie had one older brother, Alexander. The family moved to Stratford in 1888 and lived at 94 Cobourg Street. As a local hockey player, Charlie played right wing. His career progressed quickly. By 1900, he played on the Stratford team that won the OHA Junior Championship, and in 1901, he was part of the intermediate team that won the OHA Championship. In the semifinals, Charlie scored the game-winning goal against the Toronto Simcoes, and in the final against the Peterborough Petes, he scored 2 goals in a come-from-behind win. In 1906, Lightfoot broke into integrated professional hockey. He played in the Manitoba Professional Hockey League with the Portage-la Prairie Cities team. At the time, the Ottawa Journal published a blurb stating, quote, "Lightfoot enjoys the distinction of being the only colored player in Canadian senior hockey." Around this time, the family moved to 126 Water Street. Being a popular player, Charlie moved to Fort William, now Thunder Bay, to play in the Central Ontario Hockey Association. He helped them win the league title. In 1912, he was playing for Belleville in the Lakeshore League, and in 1913, he played in Halifax, Nova Scotia. Later, he returned to Stratford and moved back into his parents' house on Water Street. He worked as a tailor and then as a welder in the GTR and then CNR shops. While there, he coached the CNR Apprentices hockey team. In 1936, at the age of 56, Charlie married Luella Annette Wandel, who was from Toronto. The Lightfoot family was featured in the Stratford Beacon-Herald's Prominent in Cities Annals piece during Old Home Week in 1953. Charlie was described as one of Stratford's most versatile old-time athletes, playing hockey, baseball, cricket, lacrosse, soccer, football, and was a member of several junior and senior OHA championship teams. He continued to live in Stratford in his parents' home until, at the age of about 88, in 1968, Charlie Lightfoot died and was buried in Avondale Cemetery. In 1975, former Beacon Herald sports writer Harold Winger Thomas donated 2 hockey sticks used by Lightfoot to the Stratford Perth Museum. In 2016, the museum donated one of Lightfoot's sticks to the Hockey Hall of Fame in Toronto. It was just in time to be part of their exhibition, The Changing Face of Hockey, Diversity in Our Game. The sticks are Micmac and likely made by Indigenous people in Nova Scotia. It is one of the oldest sticks in the Hockey Hall of Fame that is attached to a specific player. In 2016, Stratford honored Charlie by adding him to the legendary category of Stratford Sports Wall of Fame located at the Stratford Rotary Complex. Before Lightfoot's beginnings in hockey in 1898, there are no records of another black hockey player competing in any integrated organized hockey competitions. Lightfoot's participation in professional hockey happened more than 50 years before Willie O'Ree and decades before Herb Carnegie. It is quite possible he is the first. A man known for his sportsmanship and gentlemanly behavior, Charlie Lightfoot deserves to be recognized and celebrated as part of Canada's and Stratford's history. The Heritage Stratford Committee is pleased to put a blue plaque on his former house at 94 Cobourg Street in his honor.